NBS Connect.
Now, we have seen the evolution of technology grow bigger and, of course, better. But, when it comes to technology, you can't really talk about everything and exhaust it at the same time. That's why we choose to go slowly, but, of course, learning so much. But, of course, where else can you be able to learn so much about technology apart from right here? And not forgetting, obviously, I have something about the new Northern WIRE. Have you heard about it? Don't worry, I have a guest with me today that we're going to be talking to about Northern WIRE. So just sit back and enjoy NBS Connect. My name is Victoria.
NBS Connect.
Now, I know so many will agree with me when I say Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat recently, Instagram are all the same thing. Everyone is posting the same thing, sharing and poking and liking, and recently there's a dislike button. But so many people out there do not realize when someone puts a different twist about something when it comes to blogs, when it comes to social media, and they're using it in a different way. Now, the Northern WIRE, on the other hand, is this something different that I'm talking about. People in Northern Uganda, people in Eastern Uganda can be able to tell the rest of the world what's happening there, political ways, entertainment ways, social ways, and they'll be able to inform everyone on what is happening there through just clicking on the Northern WIRE website. Now, we are wondering, is there going to be a Western WIRE? Is there going to be a Central WIRE? We'll find out all today, because I have a special something for everyone who's watching. I have the brains behind the Northern WIRE, and I'm going to be talking to him right about now.
NBS Connect.
How are you?
Fine.
For the people, for someone who's watching, you think the brains behind this whole website is huge, but it's just this guy right here. Huh? How are you feeling today?
I'm excited to be here.
Okay.
And more so talking about technology. The Northern WIRE is like a community-based premium online news hub.
Okay.
Where we try to give people the latest news and events and happenings in Northern Uganda, and people are informed, but through the technological way.
Okay, so is it basically politics? Is it news?
You see, the most critical things from Northern Uganda is we are looking at the post-recovery process of Northern Uganda.
True.
Now, during the post-recovery process, we have a lot of stories. We have a lot of political interest by our politicians. We have a lot of arts and cultural stories coming up. We have a lot of stories on the health, the women, maternal mortality, all these are issues that come in there. For the last time that we've been in operation, we have been able to get, first of all, we have a team on ground that gets the news. We call them the witnesses. The witnesses are everywhere in the community. Everyone is a witness. If you yourself go to Northern Uganda and something really sparks you up, you can share it with the Northern WIRE, and the Northern WIRE shares it with the world.
Now, let me stop you right there. When you say information is power, there's everyone out there who is willing to supply information, true or not true. As long as it's making news, they're willing to do that,
Yeah.
So I want to know, when we talk about sensitive issues, let's say political issues, we're looking at Northern Uganda coming back on the scene. We need the authenticity of the stories. How true are the stories, since everyone is just sending in something?
When we get a news hint or a news tip, it's followed by, we have to follow up the tip.
Okay.
Where is it coming from?
Okay.
Who is saying what? Who are the parties involved?
Okay.
And then all these parties come on board.
Okay.
We reach them personally and then profile. Before a story is published, the content is verified. We have editors who look through the stories. Even the editor looks through it, sends it back to the writer.
Okay.
The writer looks through it, then sends it to the editor for final submission. Now, if our slogan is amplifying voices, which voices are those you have included in your story that seeks to rebuild these hopes, that seeks to rebuild this local person at a grassroots.
Okay, so on a technology basis,
Yeah.
on a technology perspective, there's social media, there's Facebook, there's Twitter. Why did you specifically choose Northern Uganda, and why the website? Why?
There were a lot of issues, first of all, that were underreported on in Northern Uganda. Some of them are unheard, or others have even never surfaced in the limelight. Now, a region like Northern Uganda, with all the population set up,
How many districts are you looking at?
we have about 18 districts
Oh, wow.
in Northern Uganda.
Okay.
And you see, if you look at the mainstream papers, for example, if you open one of the papers today, you'll find that there's only one page in a 36-page magazine.
No, but
You know?
usually, when you talk about that, we don't have Western Uganda, we don't have Eastern Uganda, probably don't even have all those other regions there. So maybe.
You see, it's a gradual process. If Northern WIRE registers success, and this success is really appreciated by the community, like for instance, I was asked by one of my friends, say, which is the biggest challenge you've ever faced, and how did you overcome it? The biggest challenge I faced was starting the Northern WIRE, because people had little hope that it would reach where it is. They were scared that because of the sensitivity of the information, it would be risking to be clamped down. But over time, we have gained the favors, we have gained the love of the people. A common man in the village is calling me why I have not posted stories by 8 a.m. in the morning.
They want to follow up.
They want to follow up, and this is the motivation. So I am not the driving force. I have people who drive me, and I make sure that I deliver content per their need.
Don't you love technology? People are calling this gentleman right here. Where are other stories? Where are the stories? Now that takes me to the next question. Do we see Western WIRE? Western Uganda is also one of those places where there's a lot of stories, a lot of, with the only things that we own, the only stories we get to land on are basically the front. And the thing is that people in the villages have not really gotten into the technology system very well. We're trying to, they're getting there slowly, not as the people in Central Region. So do we see you passing the technology, the service down that side as well?
I think
cover the rest of Uganda.
Vic, you see, culture is identity. When you relate with your culture, you are proud about it, you want to talk about it. And we have a lot of cultural diversity in the West, we have a lot in the East, and it's just collective minds and collective brains coming together and starting a forum that people are going to follow. We started our forum on Facebook. But when I post a story on Facebook, it generates over 5,000 views in a day. I'm quite sure not so many people will find such a view in Uganda.
A very important question. Between YouTube and Facebook, which one of those social platforms do you think actually works better?
For the moment, in terms of data consumption and the kind of people that I'm targeting, most of them wouldn't be interested in YouTube. Because then when you look at YouTube, you need more data to view the videos. But this is a guy who is going to access my news story on Facebook even without data. And is very excited to see that, a story is up, regardless if the picture is there or not. I've gone to schools where I see students holding even
Facebook zero.
on Facebook zero, but they're excited. I'm talking about the reality of the people I serve. Based on their economic stand, how they are. They're happy to receive the information.
Do we see you go the other side, Western Uganda? Do we see Western WIRE? Do we see Eastern WIRE that is very close to you there? Why do you want to leave them out?
We need to find people who will take us to these areas. I need to find someone who will lead me to Northern Uganda, to Western Uganda. I need to find someone who will lead me to the Central. And, there's always a connection. I own the Northern WIRE.
Oh, you own Soul?
Soul. Because I used to work for one of the media houses. That was last year. But, I went for studies. And I went for social media engagement, how to market using social media. And I am this guy who follows up with a lot of scholarships and opportunities online. So when I went there, I was taught a bit of social media marketing and the aspect of entrepreneurship. When I came back to Uganda, I was glued to two things. I want to be a good photographer and I want to be a good social entrepreneur. And my major project is like, after I come back, in the next 2 years, I should be having my own platform that serves the people. And
okay, so let's marry marketing and entrepreneurship together. For anyone to have their stories run, for example, it's Business Ways in Karamoja, how much do they have to pay? Do they have to pay? Is it free of charge?
Northernnews WIRE does not charge for running stories.
Oh, really?
We believe that access to information should not be at a cost. Whatever information that we get, in fact, we invest in our, in finding the truth about the
stories. So what
stories.
happens when it breaks down? When the site breaks down?
What has happened is a technical question. The site is backed up on 3 servers.
No, what happens if it breaks down? Something can always happen.
That's what I'm saying. The website is backed up on 3 servers. I have 1 server. It's the same website on 1 server, but 3 different websites in one.
So you mean nothing can go wrong?
If
we have had people hack
if the
moving aeroplanes and things.
if the Ugandan website is broken in, I have the same website which is being hosted in Canada. If the one in Canada breaks down, the same website is being hosted in the UK. You understand? Now, if anybody does malice to destroy what is here, I will believe in the 2 who are out of this place to be honest. And then why would really somebody break?
You watch movies?
Hacking, I know. Personally, I hack. Personally, I do hacking too. So
say that live on air. Interesting. This guy is a hacker. Oh my friend,
Yeah,
this is not
you know,
good. It's not good to have you around NBS.
hacking as a demonstration or as an IT expert is something that you need to try. Human beings learn through trial and error. If I am going to hack into something and it's a learning process for me, it's not a loss.
That is disadvantage number 1 of technology. Mark that. Anyways, let's talk about advertising on the website. You've talked about over 50,000 likes, views a day. That's huge space for marketing and advertising. Do you allow any people to advertise? What do they do to advertise on the website? Let's say even for the people in Northern Uganda, considering it's supposed to help them.
At the moment, we have not got anyone coming to advertise, but we have about 3 slots for adverts. And the 3 slots for advert, any income that comes in from the adverts will help us to train what we call the community volunteers. We want to raise funds through the Northernnews WIRE, through the adverts,
in case it breaks down.
But that should go back to training the local people. People need to be empowered. We have a lot of youth in our region who are looking for something to do. Sending them to the villages, being there and reporting about what makes them happy.
You're training future journalists.
Will be keeping them safe. And then the other thing is, operational. It's not about the operational cost, because then
in the villages themselves.
But right now what we're doing is we're doing what we call a native advertising, a concept that is still new in form of advertising. The Ugandan market, or in my area as a technological expert, you find that people want to see, but seeing is not enough. When you're running adverts online, people do what they call the impressions, the view per impressions.
Very true.
You understand?
They show you what they would think you want to know.
But again, if you're just giving them pictures to see, so and so as that, so what?
NBS Connect.
Okay, so let me ask you, if you're to go up country on a mission to cover this story, what are those 2 things you didn't go without?
I can't go without my phone and my camera.
You have to take
my phone has a voice recorder. I can post stories using my phone, and it doesn't have a good camera. But when I post a story using this, I record a voice as part of the evidence. The pictures that I come with, I will definitely post them, and this will bring more people say, wow, he was there.
He was there.
Yes. So I don't move with those.
Okay, so with this kind of trending smartphone era that we're in, if you didn't have this phone, which other phone would you opt for?
I'm looking for a P8.
PA. I haven't heard of that.
This is the latest phone by Huawei.
Oh, PA.
Yeah,
Huawei. You know,
yeah. So
we are loyal Apple fans.
so I'm looking for such a good phone because then I want to begin check.
You're a Huawei guy, my friend.
I want to begin checking up with how I can take pictures, standard pictures, how I can record good
You
videos.
should try Sony.
Because you see, there's a new project that we're trying to run. It's called the Digital Mobile Reporting
Now
Project.
I'm telling you, you should try Sony. They have a new phone, and there's a new Sony R. It's the AR7i. You should try it out. You thank me later. Good pictures. It's a nice camera. Good pictures. Nice videos. You would probably want to feature me in Northern Uganda.
Definitely, that would be fun.
All right. Before I let you go, tell me about Chimp Reports. Because it's just a website.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just specializing in websites. Tell me about Chimp Reports.
Just you see, Chimp Reports is just like NBS has gone.
Did I get you wrong? Did you work for Chimp Reports?
I work for Chimp Reports.
All right, there you are.
For Chimp Reports, I am the entertainment or art and culture
Guys are
writer.
responsible for whatever is happening. Controversies.
I cover all the stories, but I never cover controversies on personalities. It's on record. As a reporter, I am fair and balanced, and I give my reports as it is.
Okay, so since you worked for two websites that are doing so well on the market and are recognized for that, thank you so much. I'll have to applaud you for that. Now, I want you to give us 3 tips on how to make a website successful.
One, to make a website successful is if you've created a hype, a situation where people know every time you're feeding them with the information, keep up with the consistency.
So consistency is number 1.
1.
Number
2,
2.
verify your content before you post.
Consistency. Okay. Number 2. Number 3.
Number 3 is learn to build your network. Networking. If you don't build networks,
Who will give you the information?
who will give you the information? First of all, you need the network to give you the information, and then the same network to tap in to expand your reach.
NBS Connect.
All right, are you out there and you want to inform us on what's happening in Northern Uganda? You know where to go now. Facebook, it is Northernews WIRE. Give them all the information as long as it's correct, and they can validate that, and then they'll obviously be able to give the people who are out there and want to listen to this or even want to read about that.
NBS Connect.
Now, in our segment Discover today, we discover the hoverboard. I don't know whether you've seen it or if you've seen people who are using them, but don't worry, I'm here to discuss that for you. Now, the hoverboard basically is like a skateboard for people who know what a skateboard is. All you have to do is stand right there, and for the people who are trying that for the first time, you really are cracking me up. You know, the hoverboard basically is a board, but this time it's electrified because it actually moves according to your body motion. So if you want to turn left, you have to turn a bit of your body so that it can be able to take you to whatever place you want to be. Now, basically, it's replacing movement where you have to take a step by step. It's a small little board, electrified, and you'll be able to move to a different place, to different places. And of course, in Uganda, it hadn't yet really hit the market, but I've seen a few hoverboards on the market. I've seen a few hoverboards with people, and of course, these are personalities, these are socialites who want to show people what is happening in the technology world. Well, it's going for around 1.3, 1.5 Ugandan shillings, so don't be cheated if you want to get yourself one for your own personal basis. But remember, hoverboards basically in other countries are not licensed, not even registered, so make sure you know where to use it and not when to use it. But if you're out there and you have a hoverboard and you want to show us how it works and you are in Uganda, please hit me up. That is at VickyBiz on Twitter, and I'll be able to show the people out there that we have a Ugandan with a hoverboard.
NBS Connect.
Now, on a couple of occasions, we've had debates with my friends on how long it's going to take the world to replace manpower, physical manpower, human manpower with technology. And trust me, it's already happening. As I speak right about now, Twitter has laid down 336 workers. That is close to 80% of its workers as they're trying to replace it with their as they're trying to replace it with digital, with technology and live stream operations. Now, this is so sad, but it's happening. So if you're out there and you're not really being effective on your job, there's a possibility that technology, in years to come, they would actually replace you with technology. But is this a good thing? Is it a good start for where we are heading with technology? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure so many people want to use technology, at the same time enjoy technology, at the same time lose their jobs and lose food on the table because of technology. So if you're out there, be effective, because technology is out here to get you.
NBS Connect.
Now, moving on in the smartphone world, in the smartwatch world, actually, you've had the iPhone, we've had the iPhone Smart Edition, we had the Golden Edition, we had the the Sport Watch. Now, Samsung, of course, has followed up with the smartwatch technology and smartwatch market right about now. As we speak, the Samsung Gear 2 is out, so for the people who love smartwatches. Now, the basic, actually, the big feature that comes with the Samsung Gear 2 is the spinning diesel. Now, basically, you've seen watches that spin, so you can be able to access your applications, your notifications, and your messages, and of course, time and every other thing just by spinning on your watch. How cool is that? But if you want to get it for yourself, hit any of the Samsung stores and ask if they have the Samsung Gear 2 already on the market in Uganda. But what I know, in Australia, it's already there. People are already purchasing, and people are loving it. So if you're out there in Uganda and you happen to have one of these Smart Gear 2 watches of Samsung, hit me up and we'll be able to show the people what we are actually talking about.
NBS Connect.
If you have any more technology information you want to share with me, it's very easy. On Twitter, it is @VickyBells, and NBS, it is @NBS always. On Facebook, it is NBS Television. Make sure you share with me technology. I'm always in for any information that concerns technology. But I hope today you enjoyed the show. Make sure you catch it next time on Friday, right here on NBS always. But for now, we're saying enjoy the rest of your night. My name is Vicky, and this is NBS Connect.
NBS Connect.